I mean, stopping doing something is just as powerful as starting doing something. So to that point of, is action always something that moves you forward? Well, in the grand scheme of defining moving forward along your path, yes. But an action of stopping and interrupting a pattern of behavior can sometimes almost be more powerful than starting a new behavior. So disruption in emotional intelligence, disruption is basically boils down to, oh, I found a trigger. Like I've identified in myself, I get triggered by these things. And as soon as you identify that trigger, the goal is to stop the trigger from creating the emotional experience. And then you responding to that emotional experience with beliefs that amplify the emotion, so that take you up. You know, I'm a little irritated. Now, these beliefs that I'm patterned in thinking when I feel this way are now amplifying me to being irritated, frustrated, angry, livid, irate. And in a heartbeat, I go from, well, that kind of bothers me, to what the,
Yeah.
and I'm flying off the rails. And the consequences to that is that I behave in ways that catastrophically destroy interactions. Like I can ruin a relationship faster than I can blink sometimes if I choose to continue on that path. So when we think about any kind of disruption and in EQ land, it's, for me, it always boils down to that point. Did you recognize a trigger? And now what have you done about that to reprogram, to give yourself a new emotion to choose from? Because until we examine the beliefs that amplify it, we won't change the consequences. And every time we put those beliefs on paper and then we debate them, they have very little legs to stand on outside of the emotional experience. Where's the proof that anything that went through my head was actually true? Well, it turns out one of them was. And if I stopped at that one, I would have remained at annoyed. And in annoyance, I can still use skills like empathy, and I can still seek to understand, and I can still assert myself in ways that's non-destructive. And I can remember that we're in a relationship, and I can be creative in my problem solving. So my IQ stays turned on, basically. But when I let all of those other beliefs that follow it amplify me from annoyed to irate, and then I yell and scream and call names and roll my eyes, it's very seldom we can recover from that in a relationship. Our IQ doesn't stay turned on. And so we see the spiral of destruction that follows behind it.